and today one of the last lives of this month. I don't know because I'm gonna be. By this month because there might be an exam going on later on, so I only have a chance to touch my phone in this time. Meow. Otherwise, I'm gonna use a like a laptop of some sort. Alright, you got me. So, anyways, it's gonna be like something else, like live streaming, Arch Illager stuff. I'm gonna try out some voice acting. I hope it won't be cringe because, you know, I just tried it out and my voice is kind of lost. So please do tolerate. So, I'm gonna start it out and I'm gonna start doing the voice. And here we go. Chapter 2. You can't tell anyone this is my fault, Archie said. You can't! He snatched up the blade of his own, one too heavy for him to wield properly. Although there wasn't much to be done about that. The entire way back to the Illager mansion, he kept well behind Ford, making sure to stay far out of range of the bigger Illager's spell. He'd paid the price for being too callous around Ford once today already. He didn't care to make that mistake again. For his part, Ford ignored Archie's pleas, with the exception of the occasional smug chuckle. Archie knew the evoker would sell him out the moment they got back to the Illager mansion, but he didn't see what he could do about it. He kept begging until his voice grew hoarse, and he finally gave up. When they came within a bow shot of the mansion, a large 3-story building that housed most of the tribe, alright, I know he loved the phone a lot, the other Illagers rushed out to greet them, and Archie's stomach twisted in his guts. He knew exactly how they were going to take the news of the raiding party's defeat and who they were going to blame, if he let them. An idea blazing in his head, Archie set his jaw, braced himself, and raced out in front of Ford. The evoker growled at him as he passed him by, with his injuries. He couldn't keep up. He barely even seemed to try. The Illager leader, a tall, skinny one by the name of Walder, stepped forward from the pack of anxious people who had gathered for news of the raiding party. Archie could tell by the disgusted look on their face that they already suspected how awful the raid had gone. No one ever came back alone from such a venture with good news. A hero did it, Archie told Walder. He came up while we were fighting the undead mobs and beating them and stole our victory. Oh, I know I should chill. A few of the Illagers in back of the crowd growled in contempt, while every Illager knew the risks involved in being part of a raiding party. They took any such loss personally. And how did this happen? Walder asked, the deep frown creasing her head. Her face. I haven't used the saying head for so many times already. Archie pointed back towards Ford. It was all because that worthless fool thought he could take out a hero by himself. It's all his fault. It worried Archie to do this, to openly turn against a fellow Illager as powerful and conniving as the evoker. But Ford had announced his intention to do the very same thing to him. The only way Archie could prevent being banished was to start his campaign of lies first. It was a long shot, one that he might suffer from. My tongue's being twisted. But he didn't see that he had any other choice. A gasp went up in the crowd. The people here knew Ford well. They understood he was a braggart and a bully, but it also held him up as one of the most powerful evokers. The idea that he would make such a horrible mistake that would cost them an entire raiding party horrified them. Archie realized he was going to have to sell his story hard and fast. Ford was getting closer every second. Ford was our designated leader, he told Walder. Okay. You pointed him yourself. She hesitated and nodded. That I did. Then he bears the ultimate blame for our failure, doesn't he? Walder's shoulders wobbled at this as she tried to absorb the implications of Archie's words. Perhaps, by that logic, you might be able to say the blame is mine. Archie gasped in dismay, sensing that he'd perhaps gone too far. I would never! Walder dismissed an impending apology with an impatient wave, and he continued. It's more than that. He didn't set a watch to look for troubles like a hero. He just plunged straight into the battle against the undead without taking any precautions at all. Walder didn't seem moved by that, and the others nearby had begun staring at Archie as he'd gone mad. I mean, wouldn't that seem wise? To set a watch to make sure we didn't get ambushed by someone else while we were in the battle? Exactly how the last raiding party we lost died! Though that was many years ago, Walder said with a pitying look. She clearly remembered that both of Archie's parents had perished in that incident. And we still haven't learned any lesson from that. We're still charging the fight without figuring out what the other dangers might lie in wait for us. And we're still playing the worst prize.
And it's all your fault,
Ford said from right behind him. Archie spun around and realized that he's gotten so caught up with complaining to Walder they hadn't heard Ford arrive. On top of that, he wastes all the advanced time for which he'd run so hard. What? Archie put a hand to his chest as if his heart might pop out of it in shock. How's this my fault? Walder raised a hand to silence Archie and then turned towards Ford.
Word from our little friend here is that this disaster is actually your fault.
Ford smacked down at the little Illager.
Of course you said that, trying to cover up his own butt after he failed to spot the hero coming our way.
And how would I manage that? I was in the middle of the battle against the undead mobs, just like you, just like everyone else, just like you ordered us to do. Ford looked down at Archie and gave him a sad shake of his head.
I understand what you're trying to do here. After all, why wouldn't you? What do you have to lose?
Archie stared at him. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Chino? What are you talking about?
They're lying. Oh, they're lies. Just listen to yourself. You can't bear to think about what you did, so you're blaming anyone else but yourself.
What? I did? Archie almost fell over in shock. Are you out of your tiny mind? Excuse me.
See?
Ford said, the crowd hovering above them, but especially to Walder.
The denial runs so deep, I almost wonder if he believed the lie himself.
Archie actually gaped at Ford, unable to summon any words to complain.
The fact is, Ford continued, that I did set a watch over our battlefield and gave Archie the job.
The little idiot just struggled to find his voice. That's not true! Ford ignored the interruption.
As you know, he doesn't much care for fighting, and complain about having to come along with us and do his duty for the tribe the entire time. By now, we're all used to that, right? He's not much use on the battlefield anyways.
A few in the crowd chuckled at that. Archie glared at them, but his naked fury didn't seem to sting them at all.
I figured he at least could lend us his eyes.
Ford peered down at Archie with scathing contempt.
They couldn't even manage that.
Ford turned fully towards Archie now.
Where were you when the hero showed up? That's what I can't figure out. I know you weren't in the battle. You're never in a battle if you can help it.
There was some truth to that. Archie hated fighting and would have done anything to get out of being part of the patrol if he could have managed that. Now, though, he saw why Ford has brought him along. You knew this was going to go wrong, Archie said to him, seething. And when it did, you know you were going to need a scapegoat. That's why you chose me.
It's the duty, actually. The privilege of every Illager to take their turns in the raiding parties, Walder said.
Archie's heart dropped. The moment she opened her mouth to defend Ford, he knew he was ruined if he couldn't convince her, I'm so sorry, of what Ford had done to the raiding party. And especially to him, he was doomed. I didn't deny that. I went around the raid, and I even bought my own sword.
If you can call that a sword,
Ford said with a barely concealed sneer. And Ford here never assigned me to watch over the battle. He was in charge. That should have been his job. This is all his fault. Hello there. I'm still reading. The crowd of Illagers surrounding Archie and Ford seemed to hold their collective breath. No one said a word, apparently waiting on Walder to render a verdict. Eventually, she opened her mouth to speak.
It horrifies me that you will accuse each other for some terrible things. Illagers must stick together, even on field of battle. especially on the field of battle. Otherwise, we stand no chance against our foes. As he gazed at both Archie and Ford, the evoker met her steely eyes, but Archie can help but wither beneath her glare. Do you remember what it was like when we roamed the lands, each to ourselves? The mobs picked us off one by one, destroying us at their will. It was only when we united, when we became a tribe, that we stood any chance against them at all. Oh dear, better drink some water. Walter spread the arms of a robe wide to encompass every person in the tribe, and the other Illagers all muttered in agreement with her. They all knew exactly what she was talking about. As did Archie. While life among the tribe wasn't always wonderful, it was far better than any time he spent wandering alone. He shuddered at the memories that still haunted his sleep. Oh dear, you better drink some water still. The weather's quite hot lately. And now, you two come to us, still bickering each other after having suffered such a horrible and complete loss. You complain about each other while the rest of the raiding party is defeated and gone. Clearly you care not about the tribe, but about yourself. No, Archie whispered to himself. He could see what was coming next, but he felt powerless to stop it. He racked his brain, trying to come up with something, anything he could say to bring it all to a screeching halt, to keep Walter from making a decision that condemned him to the worst fate he could possibly contemplate. He looked over Ford for help. That's how desperate he was. And a larger Illager reached out and put a comforting hand on his shoulder. Then he gave Archie a nasty, yet expectant frown. Why don't you explain yourself? He said, enjoying every moment of it. Tell everyone here how we'll let the rest of us die. I feel like it's a tonsil infection, though, by the way. Because it's pretty hot lately, and plus there's going to be some COVID stuff happening as well. So, guys, please be careful out there. Archie's jaw dropped. For a moment, he let hope creep back into his heart. But just like always, Ford has ripped it out clear out of his chest again. You won't get away with this! He shouted as he launched himself at Ford. He swung at him wildly with his fist, intending to bash the injured evoker about the head and shoulders. To Archie's utter shock, Ford dropped to the ground. Instant, one of the Archie's fists made contact with him. Archie had landed on a glancing blow, but the evoker toppled backward and sprawled across the open ground and has been punched by a giant. People from Archie gasped in horror. Archie stared down at Ford and at his fists. He had barely made contact. There was no way he knocked him out. That could only mean one thing. Get up, you faker! Archie shouted at Ford. Quit pretending to be hurt and get up! Ford squirmed away from Archie, still on his backside, clutching his wounded leg. Archie stormed over and kicked him in the thigh. The Illager's prized strength over anything. To show a sign of weakness before others could be lethal. If Ford was going to fake him being injured, Archie was willing to fake triumph over him. Get up! Ford howled in agony. Wait, hold up. I gotta repeat that. Repeat that for a while. Get up! Ford howled in agony and curled him into the ball. Wait, hold up. Okay, never mind. Someone just called me a while ago. Okay. Ford howled in agony and curled up into a ball. As he did, the other Illagers surged forward, and several of them grabbed Archie by the arms and hauled him back, away from where Ford lay, writhing in pain. It's okay. It's pretty... I hope you got okay, though. Because, tonsil infection is really painful. Hello, Reese. Hello, Annie. Hello, Yvonne. I'm so sorry. So, I hope you're all okay lately, because some things can be quite hard at times. Anyways, have a cat. Okay, let me continue. What are you doing? Waller demanded, kicking an Illager leader after a battle. Are you out of your mind? I'm not going to put up with him anymore, Archie said. It's bad enough he's bullied me my entire life. Now he's lying about me too. I've had it.
Walter stood there before Archie and waited for him to fall silent, even if he couldn't quite calm down.
Are you finished?
She asked softly, but with not command in a voice that everyone in the part of the forest could hear her, even over Ford's groans. Archie glanced out at Ford and caught him grinning up at him. The down evoker. Wait, be right back. Wait, hold on. Archie glanced down at Ford and caught him grinning up at him. The down evoker wiped a smile from his face before anyone else could catch him, though. Archie drew in his deep breath and let out slowly as he struggled to calm himself. I suppose I am. Walter nodded at him.
I would like to thank you, she said. I had thought this was going to be a hard decision, but just made it far easier on me.
Archie cocked his head to one side, not quite clear on what Walter was heading towards. Despite that, he kept his mouth shut and waited for her to continue. She motioned to both Ford and Archie. Obviously, this kind of behavior can't go on. In a way, I blame myself. I should have put a stop to it a long time ago. Archie imagined being able to be a part of the tribe that didn't have Ford in it, and it felt a huge surge of relief. I would have truly appreciated that. The tension. Hold on, my throat got stuck. That's actually pretty nice to talk to parents and friends about it, though. Unlike me, I need to hide it myself, though, because I find it hard to open up. Because, my culture is kind of like hiding the feelings, Okay. Her tension was always between keeping on someone who had contributed greatly to the tribe's might, or keeping on a weakling who had potential. Archie suddenly didn't like the turn the conversation had taken. Wait, what? But your action today has made the choice clear. Archie put up his hand to plead with Ford to stop. Hey, no! I didn't betray the wedding party! He's lying! He stabbed a finger down at Ford, who rolled over and groaned in pain, pretending to be only half conscious. That may be true, Walter said. I cannot prove or disprove that, but in the manner in which you attacked him in front of the rest of the tribe, the way you kicked a wounded Illager nearly to death. He was already halfway there! Archie shouted, both desperate and indignant. That's enough! Walter said. Her calm faded and finally cracked. The naked rage on her face hit Archie like a diamond blade. You're not only worthless and weak. You've done actual harm to the leadership of the tribe. You need to leave now! But that's not fair! Archie protested, although he knew it would do him no good. Walter pointed towards the land beyond the camp, into a dark and forbidding forest that sprawled over them. You have been banished forever. Go! And never come back. Oh, Christ. Okay, so I'm just gonna read a comment. My throat. I'm doing fine, by the way, because I really did characters and stuff. To be honest, for my emotions, I actually rarely show the real ones out, though. I just kind of keep myself happy and stuff, just doing some stuff that distract myself, but I don't think it might work that much, though. But sometimes when I draw it out of some sort, vent art, and so, or sometimes I kind of talk to myself at times. That's something very normal I did, and it kind of can help. So, should I do a Yumi voice? Should I do an impression of Yumi? I would love to do that on the villager in South, but I can't do something about Carl. I'm not gonna be associated with him. I'm not gonna be associated. Anyways. It's good that you didn't go further. Because never mind not saying it. Anyways, have a cat. Oh, no. Don't do it. I've actually did that for Ruler before. But, I kind of and then I kind of managed to kind of help out myself. Just don't do that, okay? Just please don't harm yourself. It isn't cool. I did that before. And here's a cat. Meow. Have a cat. Have a good day. So, do you want me to do a Yumi voice? Yumi, may I try? May I try that? I would love to try that. Like some lines, yeah, self-harming is not cool because it's painful, you know. It just kind of like leaves the scar. Okay, so I'll. Yep, Brad. So I hope both of you guys a good day. Chino. Okay, I'm do it. I'ma do it. Okay, I'm just gonna do a little part because. Wait, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna read this over here. I hope it wouldn't drop them. Help! The villager hollered at the top of her lungs as she hauled on the bell's rope, ringing louder and clearer. Help! Until that moment, Archie had held up some insane sort of hope that he would be able to talk to that woman and get to see his point of view. He planned to just turn around and run like a herd of creepers. But okay, never mind. My throat's a bit hurt, but I'm just gonna like try out the voices. Where are the rest of them? She demanded. What's your trick here? I might ask like tips and so on. Wait, what? I actually know that game, but I don't really play it that much. Okay, so I was just trying out some voice lines. If you guys have any like guides and so on, I can help. Also, yeah, Omori is actually a really nice indie game. Liar! Illagers like you never come around here for anything but looting and pillaging. Okay. Wait, let me see. This isn't your standard sort of Illager here. He seems smarter than the average ones. And if he's actually smart, he'll stop squirming around so the iron golem doesn't accidentally hurt him. Alright. But I might end the stream pretty like later on. Get away from that creature, Yumi! The iron golem can take care of it. I'm just gonna. Okay, so I'm trying out Yumi over here. You're not much of a threat to anyone, are you? Because I'm a bit exhausted. Shut up, Salah. This little guy hasn't done anything wrong here today. Okay. Nice try. That one's mine. Okay. So I might do like chapter 4 sometimes later for some more voice. I'm gonna be out for you, and here's a cat. I might be ending the stream soon. It's pretty late already. So hope you guys have a nice day. My throat is exhausted, so have a cat for a while. Cat loaf. By the way, I have a lot more like Illager head cannons instead of on. Ow! Hey! Oh Christ! You little monster. So oh. Yay! I love you, kitty. My finger stings. Oh Christ! She made a hole. Amazing. Good job. So, yes. But I do hope you guys and hope you guys' mental health is fine. I'm just chilling with my cat. So I hope you all a good day. I need to take a break and see you maybe next time if I'm not busy. So, say bye. She wouldn't speak, but it's okay.